Thanks to all of you who watched and made nice comments about our 4-part series on networking. And I know I promised it would only be 4 parts, but as I got through with it, I had a couple of people, and most especially my good friend Wynn Davies, who said, you need to do one more video. You need to do a video on the mistakes people make when they're networking. And so I agreed to do that, and here we go. So here are the biggest networking mistakes that people make. First of all, not having any business cards. Can you imagine going to a networking event and not bringing any business cards with you? Well, soon after I had thought about doing this, I went to a networking event, as I do every week at least, and 3 out of the 6 people that I met didn't have business cards with them. So I had to remember their name or try to connect with them on LinkedIn, and 2 of them I couldn't find on LinkedIn, and so I lost those connections, and they lost the connection with me. So make sure you have your business card. The second mistake that I see a lot of people make is that they only talk to people that they already know. You know, it's really tempting to say hello to your friends, and if you're at a networking group that you know 3 or 4 people, it's easy to get trapped. And I've even found myself doing that because, gosh, it's just so much more comfortable to talk to someone you know and share a good laugh and have a good time. But stay away, you know, make your peace with them quickly and then move on and meet those people that you don't know. Or ask them to introduce you to some people that maybe you don't know and they do. That's a good way to parlay that friendship. The third mistake that I see people make is dominating the conversation. Have you ever gotten into a little group of 3 or 4 people and Harvey over here is speaking and talking about his company and talking and talking and talking? Say a little bit about your company, ask the other person about what they do. Keep the conversation flowing. Don't dominate the conversation. Don't be a bore. The fourth mistake, no concise description of the business that you're in. When someone says, what do, you need to have 2 or 3 sentences that describes what you do. A friend of mine says that he's a financial Sherpa. Well, of course, that causes some conversation to take place. What does that mean? And he can explain it. And I remember that. So find an interesting way to talk about what you do, make it short and to the point. The fifth mistake I see is the arrogance of blowing people off. You've seen them do it, haven't you? They get into a small group. Mary starts to talk. Bob isn't interested in what Mary has to say. And almost interrupts her or looks dismissive or looks at his watch or makes other signs that say, hey, you're not important to me. You're not of the caliber. You're not who I came here to meet. Hey, look, you're going to meet plenty of people at networking events that aren't exactly who you came there to meet. They aren't of the level. They aren't of the caliber. They aren't of the status. But you're there to meet everybody. And so treat everybody as an equal and friendly and don't blow people off. The sixth and final mistake that I see people make, and this is a mistake of good heart, is they want to meet everyone. So instead of having any quality conversations, they're just kind of passing out business cards and grabbing as many business cards as they can, and they're not really meeting anybody with any depth. They're not finding out what they do. They're not asking those questions that will let us know, hey, do I want this relationship to go further? And so when those people contact me, I don't even always know who they are. Or if I do, I just didn't have a connection with them, which I want to make that connection. So those are the 6 biggest mistakes that people make when networking. Please avoid them. Have business cards. Don't dominate the conversation. Have a concise description of what you do. Don't blow people off. Don't be just trying to meet everybody. Meet people really well and talk to people that you don't know. Have the people you do know introduce you. You'll have a great networking opportunity. Thanks.